Live your life and complete your goals, though. Shine bright like the golden sun. Fight until your soul is one. This ain't for the lost, this for the chosen ones.
Well, it appears that she's not from the village after all. How strange.
Yes. Huh? Hold on. What is this?
Is something wrong?
We've been remiss in our mushroom picking duties. There's one between her legs that we failed to catch. How careless of us.
Huh. You're right. But this one seems different than the others, doesn't it? It has such a strange shape.
Wait, look. It's another one. Here, see? Right on the bottom. It appears to be some sort of sack mushroom. Better pull it.
So as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail of this video, I just have one major question. If Luffy's made of rubber, does he need to wear protection? Today, I wanted to talk to you guys about episode 408. This, obviously, is all about One Piece. And in episode 408, we have Luffy who just landed in the Island of Women. Now, as most of us watch this story, you know, obviously we're going to look towards, this story is obviously derived from like the Amazonian women, Wonder Woman. It's a story that's been told again and again. But we still love it because it's One Piece and it's Luffy in an island of women. Like, granted, I personally would have loved to see what it would have been like if it was Usopp or preferably Sanji that landed in the Island of Women. Because had it been Frankie or Brooke or Sanji, like, we're talking next level comedy. I can't even imagine how funny the outtakes would be had they landed in the Island of Women versus Luffy. But unfortunately, it was Luffy, or maybe fortunately, it was Luffy, which, you know, we later find out how that leads into him going to Impel Down to find someone. I don't want to give too much away, but most of you guys have probably already saw One Piece. I know I'm a newcomer. I don't care because there's a lot of other people who have not yet watched One Piece. So maybe this would kind of like entice them to kind of like hop on the OP train as well. So as we're watching episode 408 and we see he lands onto the island because Akuma just pushed him away, and he lands on this island of women. And he's exploring, and then he ends up comatose on this island. So now we have Luffy who lands on the Island of Women, and he ends up getting found by Margaret. And that in itself was interesting to me, how they came to meet, and then eventually he come around in full circling with her, because it's like at first we have Margaret who basically saves Luffy, and then he comes back later and kind of like returns the favor. But what I wanted to talk mostly about was the shower scene, because I know I'm not the only person that thought that scene was wicked. Like, one moment he's in the shower and they're pulling on little Luffy. They're pulling on the little loose. They're grabbing the little loose, right? And they're like, "What is this? What type of mushroom is this?" And then it says, "Look, it's even more mushrooms underneath." Oh my gosh, that was just pure comedy gold for me. Like, the writers of these Japanese animes, mangas, you guys y'all really be touching the limits. Like, y'all really be going there with your writing, and that just kills me. It literally kills me. But I love it though, because it's like y'all really testing and pushing the boundaries of what you can do in an anime. But to have all of these women surrounding Luffy, Sanji would have nosebleeds for days. For days he would have a nosebleed, because that was just it was intense to see this man getting pulled on, and to imagine if things not have gone away. I think if he never would have got like hostile with the women of the island, I think he just would have been like the top dog, and every woman on that island would have wanted him. But of course, nobody more important or more beautiful or more amazing than Boa Hancock. Like, after watching the whole Island of Women, like, little mini saga, I feel like it wasn't long enough. Impaled Down is slightly longer, you know. Saying bye to the Going Merry a little bit longer, but it's just like with the Island of Women, I feel like they could have stretched that out more. Honestly, I kind of wish they would have made more of a creative decision to show us clips and scenes of everybody else in the mix while doing the Island of Women, because I feel like that would have helped stretch it out. But I feel like a part of them wanted to hurry up to get to Impel Down so they can get to the new sub story of what's going on with Fire Fist Ace. And that right there is a conversation to have in itself. But to see Luffy, you know, get the eyes of Boa Hancock, it's just like, man, Luffy really is that guy. Like, he is that dude. Like, and he had at one point all the women in the island just literally just wanted him, and they just like pulling on his thing. And I'm just like, you know, as they're doing that, is there giving him a bath, and everybody's just like all over Luffy, and they pulling on his mushrooms. It just got you to wondering, if Luffy's made of rubber, does he need protection? Or is his whole entire body protection? Like, I can imagine like he has like a seismic barrier on his whole body, but you know, maybe that's thinking too much into anime, and that's probably more into like the hentai realm of anime. But we ain't gonna talk about that, because we're gonna save that word, that little trigger word, for something else that we talk about later on during our Chosen One segment. So yeah, that's just something that I just was on my mind to talk about. So I don't know. I just had this moment where I go into this phase where it's like, sometimes these episodes of One Piece, it touches you so much that you just gotta be like, man, I gotta get on it. And in the last video, I did mention the 3 times that One Piece made me cry. And I want to do this follow-up and say the other time was when, like, we have the time when Luffy was about to go and fight, and he ends up giving his hat to Nami. And we have, you know, the episode just the other day when they was fighting against Kuma. But the episode that eluded me was the episode where Nico Robin said she wanted to live. And I mean, I don't want to get philosophical with anime and mix it in with real world topics, but let's just talk about that, how relatable that is for so many of us, because a lot of people that even I talk to and connect to, big nerds, they talk about how they sometimes lose the will to live. And sometimes you got to be around the right people, around your community, around your people, right? To really want to maintain and hold that desire to want to live. And for Nico Robin to say, stop chasing after me, Luffy. Leave me alone. Let it go. This is it for me. It's over. To her saying to Luce, I want to live. I want to live. And I think that's something that so many of us can, and so many of us understand. So many of us have experienced, is sometimes losing the desire to want to continue. And even though this is an anime, the message goes deeper beyond the anime. I wasn't even expecting for it to become such a deep moment, but that's just the thing about storytelling, which is why I love and taking anime and blending a story with it. And I feel like that's really the niche that I focus on when I do these, reactions or these talks, right? It's all about focusing on the story behind it all that really drives the emotion. So that was the 3 times that One Piece really stuck out to me so far in the season. Right now, I'm gonna give you guys an update because as I did last time, because last time I said that I was on episode 405 when I did the last video, and I'm really moving along in the anime because now I am, let's see what episode I'm on now. Ooh, if Dr. Stone came out with another season, that's a conversation for another time. But if Dr. Stone came out with another season, boy, that would be epic. So last time when I made the last video, which really feels like it was just a day ago, honestly, but I guess it was 2 days ago at this point. But in 2 days, I managed to get from episode 408, which is the episode we're talking about, and now I'm on episode 438. So I don't know. I must be just like zooming through the One Piece saga. Like this binge watching is serious. Like this is some serious binge watching. Don't be like me. Don't be an anime like me. But yeah, binge watching anime is crazy. It's crazy business. But I just wanted to say thank you guys for tuning in to the channel as I talk about One Piece. And I appreciate you guys for watching. If you're on your One Piece journey, come along and join me in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to continue to create videos where I'm outside interviewing people, talking to people about anime. But in between like anime events, I just want to be able to continuously come out with something fresh for you guys to check out. So that's why I'm kind of like having this as like a little subcategory of my anime. So it's like, this is more like a reaction, talking to you guys to kind of like talk about anime, my experience with anime, and just talk about the love for it. And I feel like a lot of us can relate with that. Aside from that, aside from One Piece, obviously, I'm going to be talking about other animes because this is not a One Piece centric page. Like, there's so many other animes. I just started getting into Demon Slayer. So many people keep talking about it. So real soon, I'm going to start dropping some videos about Demon Slayer. I want to talk about a lot of other things too. Erased. There's so many amazing animes out there. And eventually, I'm going to come full circle because I told you I am a DBZ fan to the core. So I'm going to bring up some DBZ. But I ain't going to hold you guys much longer. Thank you so much. If you haven't already, do subscribe for the channel. Throw some comments in the comment section. Let me know if you like this type of content. And if you want to see some different kind of content come from me, please do comment below so that I can, take your suggestions. Otherwise, make sure you guys hit that follow, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we will talk in future videos. So once again, I thank you guys for tuning in for the channel. And don't forget, I just want you guys to remember that cosplay is not consent.
Live your life and complete your goals, though.